Hello and welcome back to the Radical Romuvans. So, I am looking to change our succession law, but we can't do that right now because our council is discontent for another year. So, we're going to hold off a year, change our succession law. Our threat is almost down to the point where we're not going to have defensive pacts, so we might get to warring again. We've had a long peace, but I think it's been worth it. We also built a war chest there, which means that we have more taxes. More money. I'm going to take Gruminair as well. Fantastic. Our money is huge. We have no expenses whatsoever, which is lovely. Right, and now we can start building. I think I'm going to upgrade the keep to give us more troops. And in regain, I'm going to upgrade... What's this one? Maintaining mercenary bands. That's okay. I'm going to upgrade the keep again. Good. Talk about our mercenary bands. Is there anything we can do with it? They're on contract, so I probably can't... I could replace the mercenary captain if I wanted to. I didn't even know I could do that. Interesting. Anyway, send equipment and send troops, but I can't do that while he's on contract. That's fine. He's on contract. I'm making money, which is good. Not a lot of our income anymore, is it? No, it's still there, but it's not a lot of our income. Right, you need some sort of education. I don't know who you are. Oh wait, no, you're my nephew. Never mind. I do kind of know who you are. That's fine. Right, on pause. The rise of the Ghaznavids. A former Turkish mercenary and slave soldier is on the rise in the land of the Afghans. This Sabuktigin, a zealous man who loathes infidels, seems intent on creating an empire to rival that of the caliphs of old, as he has just finished crushing Sultan Ali II of the Tide Sultanate in a brutal war. Tens of thousands of fierce tribesmen have gathered under his banner. Oh, okay. What a troubled region this is. So what does he now control? Oh, there's just that very small bit of land. But he has 45,000 men. And that's alright. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's not amazingly strong, but it's interesting that there's a new power in the region. Although the West, if he comes into contact with the Western Protectorate, I don't imagine he's surviving very long. Because the Western Protectorate is super strong. Well, they're not really, but they have a lot of tributaries, I guess. Anyway. Right. And I think they can event spawn troops. Okay, another couple months to go. Peasants have a tradition. I'll support it. There is a daughter, and we're almost... Our wife is pregnant. Fantastic. We're almost at the point... Our sister has come of age. We're almost at the point where we can change succession law. Our sister, let's give her a marriage to... Matrilineal marriage to someone. Oh, no, I want to use this button. That's where I was having issues. Why don't you matrilineally marry this person? Sure. That seems good. It's going to be a few years, but that's fine. Well, we'll do that in a second. With my wife pregnant, I'm starting to worry if I shouldn't organize something special for this year's harvest rite. Yeah, I'll dedicate the entire festival to my wife. Word of an epidemic. We received news of an epidemic in the Western Protectorate. The information is vague, but word is people are dying like flies, and the fear of the disease is spreading as fast as the affliction itself. Furthermore, the condition is reported irreversible as well as incurable, and the scattered records of the events are worrisome. If no source of evil revealed, people are turning to their gods and on each other to protect themselves from the contagion. Many call it a new plague. I knew this would happen. Did I? Okay. What is it? It's the Black Death has started. Now, this has started very early. I'm going to worship the ancestors, and I'm going to ask for peace and prosperity and growth for my realm. I'm also going to pick a patron deity. I'm going to go with Zeminia again. Fantastic. Right. Hopefully our gods will stop the Black Plague. I'm just going to switch into this map mode and watch it happen. So... You asked your ancestors for prosperity and wealth. I'm going to give them a large feast this time, actually. Together with the Wolf and her disciples, you placed a great bounty of food and drink on the offering stone. You spent the entire night feasting and singing the great chants of your ancestors' honor. Now all you can do is wait and hope. He's accepted the betrothal. That's my kinsman. Okay, fine. Right. My wife is thrilled to take the role of Zeminia at the festival. She's been very popular with the public, maintaining a cheerful demeanor, always smiling at everyone. Hopefully this will both help her deliver a strong child, as well as spread the goddess's blessing across my lands. Fantastic. hopefully she gets rid of her nickname at some point, though. The Hollow doesn't exactly inspire confidence. This High Chief has formed an alliance with someone else. Doesn't bother me. Lately, you've striven to act in the spirit of Zaminia by treating your wife, Empress Lema, with respect and warmth. Slowly, it's changed the dynamic of your relationship, and those who are closest to you have noticed it as well. Praised be the goddess. Definitely. Praised be. Black Death is growing. I could scarcely believe it, but the pregnancy has made my wife Lema even more beautiful than she ever was. Whenever we're in the same room, I can hardly take my eyes off her. Oh yeah, better make a move quickly. We're now lustful. Okay. We're just stacking those fertility bonuses non-stop. I'm having dinner and plenty of drinks with Evalda Lomza tonight. It's lovely, yet what I'm most charmed by is Evalda herself. Why else would I not immediately stop our conversation, which has slowly begun to touch upon some almost heretical ideas, questioning the salvation of Divas? Ooh, do we want to have a little bit of... Yeah, sure, I mean, we're a mystic, we're into weird stuff. Yeah, let's just say, if we do not ask questions, then why did Divas make us curious? Walking the palisades to my palace? I tried to say palace and castle, but I guess I'll just say both. I'm joined by Chiefess Evalda. I find myself agreeing with a lot of the concepts she presents. The futility of prayer particularly resonates with me. Suddenly she turns to me and presses a small leather pouch into my hand. My lord, will you carry this with you for protection? Sure. What realm is she in, by the way? She's in my realm. Okay, that's fine. Wait, what's her husband's nickname? No, I thought you had a nickname there, but I guess not. That's fine. Anyway. I think I saw our nickname? Yeah, I think I saw the accursed and it's our nickname. Anyway, whatever. Wait, we're heir to the county of Abju? Ooh, I don't even know what that is. Anyway, yes, I'll keep it hidden. Sure. What have I told you that all you've been taught to believe is a lie? Evalda continues, throwing a cautious glance around us before pulling up her sleeve, revealing a scar in the shape of Chernabog's mark. Divas is a liar. Reject the tyrant deity and let Chernabog guide your steps. You truly are a Koldunya, then. Could you do something about my rival? We might. If you offer yourself up to Chernabog, you will be granted powers that Divas has kept hidden from us humans. Fingering the leather pouch in my pocket, I slowly nod. Oh, and I think you'll enjoy it, she said, with a knowing smile. If there's any chance it'll do something about my rival, I will. Yeah. It has been some time since Chiefess Evalda was in contact with me. I have been pondering what Divas would think of me for venturing down this path, but Evalda has already offered me more support than Divas ever has. I've begun studying books on the occult, and so far I'm finding the views preached at the temples to be narrow-minded at best. Actually, I do want greedy, because I want the extra 10% tax. Why must we always put the needs of others before our own? Yeah, how much are we making now? 22. Lovely. I found some cryptic scrawlings written in blood on my bedroom door this morning. The guards say they haven't seen anyone enter during the night, and I dare not ask my diviner to decipher it. Yet, I think I understand. The mark of Chernabog. The bargain must be struck. Okay. News from China. They have attacked someone else, and they've run against Kagan of whatever. Okay. Of this land. Wait, I did say they just won a battle against them. I guess their war was... Yeah, I don't know what war they won against them. Anyway, whatever. Brother Dennis, we have received word of your dedication and desire to join the Legion of the True Lord. Await the messenger. May let the Dark One guide you. Signed, Vedma Voldava. Alright, interesting. I met an intriguing and hypnotically beautiful woman at court. Apparently this Constantis is a foreign diplomat. I engaged her in conversation for the first time today, and we spoke at length about travel routes. I was shocked when she carefully pulled up her sleeve, revealing the mark of Chernabog. So you're the messenger. A son was born, called Povilas. That's very interesting, because I think Povilas was the first follower of Vilneus that we had, all the way back. And just because I'm not 100% sure, if I head back here, he was our second ruler, right? Povilas, there we go. The traitor. Not a great nickname to have for all of history, but there you go. Right, son has been born. Let's give him a, I don't know, pride education. The Uchenic smiles. I'm pleased to find you not only a charming man, O Dennis, but also one capable of intellectual discourse. The brethren value the pursuit of knowledge, you see, and in addition to more earthly pursuits. Her smile turns into a predatory grin as she continues. We'll soon see exactly how committed you are. What do you need me to do? Constantis escorts me to my bedchamber. I hesitate upon entering, finding it flooded with light as candles form a circle around my bed. Several hooded figures surround the room, chanting in unison. Fear not, brother. Power and pleasure, these are the gifts of Chernabog. Yeah, I like the sound of that. When I wake up, the cloaked figures are gone, and Constantis is lying next to me, a smile tugging at the corner of her mouth. Welcome to the cold ones. First, Vai Dila Urdenis, she says. I hold her close, wondering how long I will look back on this moment. Yeah, I wish you had found me sooner. Definitely. So we are now a member of the society. And recently I have good fortune and made quite a few bargains. At first, it was only some nice pelts and a new sword, but today I aided my steward in striking an excellent deal regarding provisions for our soldiers. Could it be the ancestors guiding me? Maybe. I'm now better at stewardship, and that is an awesome little outfit we've got. That, like, dark outfit. It's lovely. Right, so what do the cold ones do? I assume they're similar to the satanic one that you can join. You can sacrifice, you can abduct. You can summon familiars, tainted touch. It's identical to the satanic one. Okay, cool. Well, I do have a rival. I would like to abduct him. How much do I need? I need some dark power, basically. 50. And that's the lowest amount you can gain. Of a child who needs an education, let's give this bastard child a thrift education. Sure. It's alright. Does that mean... Oh yes, I had my wife as my court tutor, but my wife is dead. You know who could be my new court tutor? My new wife. Obviously. Makes sense. Tivvilas proposes that we send more troops, making them a bigger, better mercenary band. Oh, okay. He insists that with the experience he has gained, trusting him with a greater force is a natural way of showing mutual respect and trust. Sure. I'll increase the size of his band. That's alright. Can I invest more in his band as well? I can send troops there. You could also send him equipment. Yeah, I'm going to send him equipment for heavy cav. Wait, that would convert them into heavy cav. But he doesn't have any yet. Wait, I changed my mind. I actually want to send him more troops, I guess, then. I'm going to send him more cavalry. Then I'm going to send him more troops. I'm going to send him more cavalry. And then I'm going to send equipment. Turn that cavalry into heavy cav. Yeah. So now there's 100 heavy cav in addition to anything else he had. It is definitely more interesting, I'd say. Yeah. Monthly cost is pretty high, but that's good. Right, let's have a look at this. Oh yeah, the epidemic is growing. It is definitely growing. Okay, it's going straight through the Abbasids first. It isn't going towards us. I guess that's good, in a way. Lots of peasants have been moving to the county of Lutsk lately. Oh, good. We'll let this person oversee the construction of some things. It's fine. Oh, I assume it's heading along the Silk Road, right? If I choose Silk Road, which is one of these. There's definitely a Silk Road one, isn't there? Oh, you go trade zones, right? Yeah, it's heading straight along the Silk Road on that route of it anyway. That's why it's, yeah. That's why it's heading in that direction. So it'll continue down here, right? Yeah, pretty much. It seems the young women no longer have the power to seduce me. I just don't feel lustful anymore. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. Father, calls Gedvilas, pulling my arm, pleading to play with him and his latest toy, completely oblivious to all the important work I need to do. Well, okay, I'll help him. Whatever. Is he really called... they're now called princes? Oh, interesting. Anyway, they weren't called that before. I forget what they were called. Anyway, I think they weren't called anything before. One keep built. Next keep's about to finish building. I just remembered that I actually want to switch my steward over to collect taxes in the correct province, which will probably increase the amount of money we're making significantly. Euphema of Nurkrik, my sister in winter, wants me to join her for a lark over in Mecklenburg. There's a certain priest and would-be witch hunter been a thorn in our side for some time. It's time to teach the arrogant fool a lesson in manners. Well, off to dust off my acting skills. Definitely. We found a zealous priest in Mecklenburg, praying in seclusion. Euphema snuck up from behind and gave the fool a hard kick in the head, as I gave a devotion to Polin not Nika. Euphema proceeded to relieve herself on the comatose preacher. Then the butchery commenced. Let's have a decadent feast in the idiot's name. Euphemia and I staged a lavish feast in the abode of the dead wolf, taking care to only invite dignitaries who weren't well acquainted. The guests were shocked at the dancers, the half-naked musicians, and the heady smoke from the exotic incense. But when we brought in the prostitutes, half the guests stood up and left, the other half were delighted. What will people think of your servants now, gods? We become close friends. Nice. Okay, the disease is growing. Chernabog's favours. Utchenik Urdenis. The great and mighty Chernabog has given us so much. It is now time to offer them a gift in return. Chernabog craves a soul to serve them in their dark realm, and we have the perfect kind in mind. Capture and sacrifice a servant of Divas, Uchenic. Glory to the Black God. There's a holy person we need to find. Okay. I don't suppose our rival is a holy person. He does not appear to be a holy person. He is a follower of Divas. He might count. You never know. I can't abduct him. Is he too far away? He's outside diplomatic range. He ran that far away from me? Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I go vassals. I should have one in here somewhere. How about Rose? Yeah, she'll do. I would like to abduct Rose. I put the word out among my brethren in the cold ones. When an opportunity presents itself, the brothers and sisters in Skalovia will attempt to snatch Priestess Rose and bring her to me in chains. Excellent. Excellent. Right. Disaster. Your fellow member of the Cold Ones has been caught by Court Chaplain Kerr. It's a sign for me to lay low. Nomad agitation? How did that happen? How are you getting agitated? Well, we'll build holdings when we have the money, but that's kind of annoying. My magnificent pet owl has finally taken her last breath. Although I have been her guardian for a long time, now when it is time to send her off, I realize perhaps she has also been watching over me. She was family and she'll be buried next to my ancestors, or I will light a pyre in her name. No, she was family and will be buried next to my ancestors. Definitely. Our steward has suggested we build a great monument. Sure, build a monument dedicated to me. That's fine. Child lacks something here. Let's give you a strugglet. Well, I don't know. Why don't I give you a faith education? Sure, something a bit weird. My brethren are not having much luck in their attempts to abduct Priestess Rose. Perhaps the Cold Ones are not influential enough to pull it off. Shall I call it off? No, I'll just have to be patient. That's alright. We'll wait. A son was born to my kinsman and my kinsman. Okay, called Ludas. Fantastic. How's the disease looking? It's kind of stopped, which is good. I don't imagine it's going to stop forever, but it has stopped. Lots of peasants are moving to the county of Vladimir Volinsky lately. Oh yes, I've heard. And I've had this event several times. I'll continue paying the money that I'm asked for. My brethren are not having much luck in their attempts to abduct Priestess Rose. I'll be patient. Right, we need something here. Why don't you have an intrigue education? That's fine. Black Death coming up to us yet, or seems to have just stopped entirely. My fellow members in the Cold Ones inform me that Priestess Rose plans to travel the realm incognito for a lark, mingling with the common folk. She will only be protected by 2 loyal friends during this little adventure. A great opportunity to have her abducted if I so wished. Approve the scheme. Also, I just want to have a look at our military. Oh yeah, we're still very weak compared to where we were with our military when we were tribal. Oh well. Ooh, my competent brethren in the Cold Ones managed to snatch Priestess Rose from her guards and bring them to me in a sack. Perfect. But yeah, we had a lot more men when we were tribal. But once we get a little bit further, I mean, we have a lot of money now, and money gets you a lot of places. And also our personal domain's pretty weak. All of our vassals weren't prepared for the switch over, so there's stuff that we need to do. But yeah, we'll get there eventually. Do I want plot power or a rest chance? I'll take a rest chance. That's fine. Oh yeah, I should probably sacrifice that person, shouldn't I? Prisoners. You. Sacrifice to Chernobog. As Priestess Rose is bound to the altar, she appears to be mumbling prayers through her gag. She is sweating profusely, either due to the heat from the nearby pyres or from fear. Her holy vestments hang in tatters already, exposing her chest. As the appointed hour draws near, the chanting of your brethren builds to a crescendo until finally, it is time. I plunge my knife into her chest. Nice. Okay, well, got a lot of dark power building up now. It's good. Good. Persia ravaged by plague. The trade routes of the east have become less travelled, as reports of the plague spreading in the Persian expanse have increased in frequency. Entire villages are gone from the world of the living, disregarding the wealth and good harvest the area was enjoying. The reality is stark, as death continues to spread and despair paves its roads. Alright, well, that's definitely not a good sign, I would say. Oh, it's taken over all of India now. There is a peasants' revolt. Oh. I think we might actually have to fight something. Well, I'm going to send over my retinue and they'll deal with it. We'll make sure we have leaders. What's that? He's got the Way of the Leopard. We have a lot of people who got that Way of the Leopard one. I wonder whether there was events that are, like the Chinese person who was in our court gave them, who had the Way of the Leopard. I wonder whether there were like events to learn. Why did he just... That looked like that guy was chasing down the armies. Anyway, I've encountered Uchenic Constantis many times while carrying out my duties for the Cold Ones. It is always a pleasant occasion. We can talk for hours if the time allows, because she never bores me. Our discussions are often lengthy, and we always seem to agree on the matters which are most important. Oh yeah, we're going to be more than friends. For a moment the world stood still. I could not breathe. Then the most radiant, heartwarming smile spread across Constantis's pale face. I thought you would never ask, Urdennis. Oh, my nice priestess. What a very odd thing to say. Chernobog's favors. You need a new soul. You need a powerful ruler. That's going to be difficult. Finally, the monument is finished. It turned out just as you envisioned it, or perhaps even better. To celebrate its completion, a grand ceremony was held in the house Chalausnaus's honor. What a ceremony indeed. Tales of it will be told for as long as the monument stands watch over Memel. Oh yeah, was I looking at how strong my army was while we had the negative modifier still on? That probably wasn't ideal. Alright, we captured someone. I don't think he's a powerful ruler. But now, given we need to go capture people, I think it's time for us to go and raid again. It's been a while since we raided, but... Oh, the plague approaches. Mobs of new people are arriving in Galich. Most of the newly arrived are commoners, fleeing the plague that has reached IC just beyond the borders of our realm. Some have lost their whole families. Some are just trying to protect theirs, and a few travellers or merchants that had an easier time moving. All of them have witnessed indescribable horrors. Hardly any will talk about it at all. The ones that do talk warn others of the coming plague and urge them to stay inside or pack their things and flee. I hope we can treat these people. Definitely. The epidemic has just about reached our border, and that is where I'm going to end the episode today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.